Hey everybody, Stwyda here coming at you with another SWGOH video. Today, there was something I thought about during the week. It's a mechanic. It's a mechanic that has thrown me off in the past, and it's a mechanic that I still need to remember today. Everybody should remember it today, because how you deal with it is different, even though it seems like the same thing is kind of going on. And so today we're going to be talking about the savior mechanic versus the revive mechanic, right? And so let's start with savior, because it's actually really easy to point out savior, because if my understanding is correct, it comes from Jedi Knight Revan. And the reason it's called a savior mechanic is because he's the first one who did this kind of thing with an ability that's literally called savior, right? If my history is wrong, feel free to let me know. But read this part of his kit, right? The first time another Jedi ally would be reduced to 1% health, if Revan is active, they recover 100% of their max health and protection, and then a bunch of other stuff, right? So just to be clear, what's going on here, it's very specific. It's very specific with the language, and you'll see that they do this on purpose with the language because it's not the same as a revive. That Jedi ally is never defeated, right? They never die. It's when they're reduced to 1% health, this ability stops them right there. It doesn't let them die. It stops them there, and it brings them back to 100% health and protection, right? So because they've never been defeated, they're not dead. This isn't a revive. This is kind of like a heal, right? It's not the same. So if you're trying to kill someone on the Jedi Knight Revan team, or any team that has a savior mechanic, this is why you might be scratching your head and going, wait, I killed him with Boba's rocket. Why did they come back to life? They didn't come back to life because they never died, right? That's something, it's very specific. You cannot stop savior with abilities that prevent revives because they're not being revived. They are just being brought back to some amount of health and some amount of protection. And you also see this in characters like Jedi Master Kenobi. I'm not going to go through every single character that has a savior mechanic, but just keep this in the back of your head. Anytime someone is getting all the way back to full health, anytime someone is being revived, anytime someone comes back from the dead, just keep this kind of discussion, this thought in the back of your head, right? JMK does the same thing. At the start of the battle, if all allies are Galactic Republic or Light Side Ufus, the first time another ally reaches 1% health, they dispel all debuffs on themselves, recover 50% health and protection, It doesn't say savior. It's not called savior, but you can see it doesn't say when another ally would be defeated or is defeated, right? When they reach 1% health, right? Compare that to, let's go over to Sith. Let's go over to Darth Sion, right? And we'll do this, right? One of his abilities grants him this buff called hatred, right? Now, what does hatred do? When this character is defeated, they revive with 100% health and gain 100% turn meter, right? This is not the same as savior. You will actually see when Darth Sion is defeated, he has the whole animation. He falls over, he disappears for half a second, and then he reappears. He's revived. He comes back to life. This is a revive, and you can see the language here is different. It's talking about when a character is defeated, and it says they revive, right? This is the kind of thing where if you defeated him with an ability that prevents revives, this wouldn't happen. He wouldn't come back to life. He would not revive because you're preventing revives. This is different from the savior mechanic. And now I also want to talk about a special mention here, and we'll go over to our Geonosians, right? Geonosian Brood Alpha. For those of you who don't know, if you've got the Zeta, but also when he uses this ability, summons. This is not just Geonosian Brood Alpha. It's any summon in the game, right? A summon in the summon slot is its own unique character. And if it dies and it gets resummoned, it is not being revived. That old character is dead and gone forever. Doesn't matter how they died, doesn't matter what you killed them with, they're dead and gone forever. And if another character creates a brand new summon, That's exactly what it is. It is a brand new summon. It's not the old summon that you killed. It is a brand new summon. And because of that, you also cannot prevent summons from coming back to life. If you kill a summon with an ability that prevents revived, they can be resummoned because it's not them. It's a whole brand new character. So yeah, you killed that last summon with something that prevents it from coming back to life, but summons don't get revived. They just get brought back. They're new. It's a whole new character. The big takeaway here is you cannot permanently kill a summon with an ability that says cannot be revived. Enemies killed by this, defeated by this ability cannot be revived, right? And there is one more thing that I want to talk about in terms of all of these mechanics, and that is instant defeat mechanics, because it might be a little counterintuitive to how you might think of that. And let's go Galactic Republic, and let's go look at Commander Ahsoka Tano, and let's look at her Force Leap, because everyone knows about this, and I guarantee there are a few people who've used this and they've, huh? Wait a second, why are they back? So first of all, pay attention to your instant kill abilities, right? So, where does it say? The first time Force Leap is used during an encounter, instantly defeat target enemy, and each light side ally gains 35% turn rate. Yeah. Great, right? Now, what does this say, though? There are a few things going on here. 1, instantly defeat. And 2, it doesn't say anything about preventing revives, right? Not all instant kills are made the same. Compare her to Bounty Hunter. Where's Mando? The Mandalorian, right? Where does it say his special ability that he gets? Disintegrate, right? So when you get Mando's payout, he gets this new ability called Disintegrate. Okay? While the Mandalorian has critical chance up or critical damage up, this ability instantly defeats target enemy, which can't be evaded. Enemies defeated by this ability can't be revived, right? So they both have this text that says ability instantly defeats target enemy, but Mando's prevents them from ever being revived, whereas Commander Ahsoka Tano doesn't. If you kill someone who has a revive with Commander Ahsoka Tano, they'll just come back. They'll just come back to life after they've been revived, or if another character on their team can revive them, they can bring them back, as opposed to if you killed them with Mando, there is no coming back. They're gone forever. They can't be revived. That's all there is to it. And so there's one other thing to talk about here when let's go back where I'm giving you some whiplash here. Commander Ahsoka Tano again, right? This is worth talking about, right? Instantly defeat. Well, guess what? That is one of the few things that bypasses the savior mechanic. Instantly defeat. What does Savior do? It says the first time they would be reduced to 1% health, right? Instantly defeating is not reducing them to 1% health, right? And it's kind of a coding thing. Instantly defeat means they just go away. You're not doing damage to them. They're not being reduced to 1% health and then a Savior kicks in and, okay, gone. They're just gone. So if you want to bypass a savior mechanic, this is one of the few ways that you can do it, is by just instantly defeating them. They don't get saved because they never hit 1%, because you are just removing them from the battle, right? Not to be confused with revive, as we've already discussed, right? They can come back from a revive with this instant defeat. There are other abilities that say they can't be revived, which prevent them from being revived. Guys, if I missed anything, if any of this was confusing, you need some more clarity, just let me know. But I think I covered everything that you really need to know about this. So let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want more kind of tips and tricks. I'll try to think of these things as the mechanics kind of come through and I go, oh, that's kind of confusing. I should probably talk about that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time.